So today will be more of a shoulder, chest. I always like to start my workouts off with doing legs first. I feel like that just starts to get my heart rate up, get things warmed up before I start moving into anything else. So right now my hamstrings feel a little tight, so I'm going to kind of do a little bit stiff leg deadlifts. And so I'll take you guys through that, about 3 rounds. First one will just be straight to bar, and that's about 45 pounds, and then I'm going to up the weight and then move into squats. Then right after squats, then go into my other workouts. So definitely take you guys through that. Notice right there what I was doing. You have to make sure that your back is straight all the time. So when you're doing any deadlifts or anything where it's revolving like pull movements, you got to make sure that your form is on point, that your back is straight. And so now what I'm going to do now is up the weight, and yeah, keep going until I feel pretty warm. So I'm moving on to my squats. I've already done one set. It's only 135. Again, I'm not going to go too heavy. I'm going to do more so of high reps at a lighter weight, but I do have my heavy days. Feeling a little sore. That shouldn't be an excuse, but again, I'm just going to do probably about 3 more sets of this, and then I will definitely move into what I intended to do was shoulders today. And a little bit of core work, but again, we get this out the way. Actually, scratch what I said. I'm actually gonna just go to 225. I'm not sticking with 135. I feel like I want to go a little bit heavier, so 225 it is. Depending on how I feel, I may go heavier than that. But I only have 2 more sets, and we'll move into shoulders. That was actually pretty easy. So I think we might go up, maybe to 265. All right, so 265, so it's just 1 set, and then moving into shoulders, and probably get maybe about 8 reps out of this. I'm pretty sure I can do it. Yeah, I can do it. Alright, so now we will be doing seated shoulder press. Again, it's important for form, but then you need to warm up your muscles. And actually, I'll show you a quick stretcher so you can stretch your front delts, because the point of it is when you're doing seated military press, you're working on your front delts a lot, and your shoulders and your triceps. But again, you want to be able to stretch those delts in order for it to progress and grow, and so you won't compromise any of your joints or get a muscle tear or anything like that. So again, so what you can do is you just take your arms, put it behind your back like this, and then you press up. And what you're doing is you just stretch it for about 15 seconds. Loosen them up. Then you go right back into it. Again, you push up. Keep your back straight. Keep your chest out. Stretch your front delts. Now there's obviously a few other stretches that you can do, but I'm about to go ahead and get into this working set for the front bench, not bench, military press. So I'm going to definitely start off pretty, I don't want to say light, but moderate weight, and then progress from there. But then a lot of high reps. I want to develop it, and also at the same time grow, but I'm not going to go extremely heavy. I could if I want to, but I don't. And so I'm probably going to get about 4 sets, about 12 reps. You know, you definitely get that definition of defining going. So here we go. So I like to wait about 45 seconds to a minute before I move into my next set. Again, just so I can be able to complete it. Again, that's my personal preference. You can definitely wait longer than that. I don't really recommend it. Maybe you can shorten it down to 30 seconds, however you feel. But the purpose of this is just so I can be able to complete it and do a lot of high reps. And then, again, for more muscle development. So. Alright, so I was at 55 pounds at that time, so I'm going to go up to 60 and then bust out about 12 reps. And I'll probably finish it close to about 70 pounds, we'll see. Alright, so next set will be 65. Again, going up to 12, and then after that, 70 pounds. So let's go ahead and bust out 12. Alright, one tip. Never rush through. You don't want to compromise your form. You don't want to create injury. So just because you feel like you can lift the weight, you want to be able to have control on the way up and on the way down. And maintain that tension on the shoulder. So that's very important when it comes to working out no matter what you're doing. Form is always key. Don't worry about trying to compete against whoever's with you in the gym. Just do what you can do. Don't worry about your own development. Going pretty good, so I'm going to hit 70 right now. Alright, so next will be the lateral raise. When it comes to lateral raises, I don't believe in going extremely heavy. You can still get a good a good workout, muscle development. Don't go extremely light, but go do like a moderate weight, a weight that you can handle where you can act. Like I mentioned, it comes back down to form. Feel like you can have that control on the way up, on the way down. You don't have to swing yourself, getting them cheat reps in, as I like to say. But again, so I'm going to do maybe 4 sets. Yeah, 4 sets. And then probably after that, front raises too. And then a muscle that a lot of people neglect is the posterior delt, and that's the muscle in the back. So, because let me show you really quick. Help your posture, as you can see. If you work with your posterior delt, it will prevent you from having those shoulders that roll forward. So you can help you, like I mentioned, posture. So I will definitely show you guys the workout on that. Again, right now we're just going to do the lateral raise. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to start off with 20 pounds and probably end it with 25. And yeah, and then we'll move into the front. forgot to mention, also, when you're doing this movement, keep your arms slightly bent. Don't keep them straight like that, because you don't want to put a lot of stress on your rotator cuff, and you want to be able to make sure that your delt is doing all the work. So make sure that your arms are slightly bent when you're doing it. So again, like this. So on this one will be the 25 pounders. Again, we're going to do 4 sets of 12. And then after that, front raises. Alright, let's get it. And again, if you guys don't know what the delt muscle is, there's 3 parts of the muscle. There's the front delt, which is here. There's the medial delt, and the posterior delt. So what I'm doing is working on the medial delt when you do the lateral raises. Working my front, my medial. Now what I will be working on is my posterior. Now there are different exercises that you can do to work on your posterior. My favorite is more like a rowing motion, but what I'm going to do today is more so of just a bent over fly. That will actually target your trap muscles, and then also will work on your posterior. So so that pretty much concludes my shoulder workout. I know I didn't take you through the entire thing, but I've shown you what I like to do to warm up. I always like to work my legs when I warm up. I'll also show you some of the dumbbell press, the lateral raise, the rear delts, front. I don't think I showed you the front raise, but I showed you shoulder shrugs. So if I would have taken you through the entire workout, you probably would have been like sleeping, whatever. But I wanted to show you just some important key workouts. I know they seem pretty basic, but this definitely helped with my development, and I hope that you can take away at least something from what I've shown you. If you have any questions, again, comment below, but please hit that like button or share it. Yeah, so then tomorrow I will be working on my tomorrow will actually be a full leg day, because again I just did squats. Tomorrow will be squats again, front squats, deadlifts, leg extensions, calf raises, and lunges. So, and also I think I might work that butt too, so I might do some hip thrusts. The thing about the hip thrusts, you know, not a lot of guys do that, but it definitely helps work them glutes muscles. So it may seem a little awkward, just don't make eye contact with anybody while you're performing that workout. But again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. We will catch you next time. And definitely this New Year's resolution is just to get better every day, get better at what you want to do. See, for my New Year's resolution was to kind of get outside of my shell. I feel like in order for me to progress, I need to feel uncomfortable. So it's never going to happen if I try to stay within my bubble. So that can either do with fitness or any parts of my life. Again, hopefully I challenge that you guys do that as well. But again, we'll see you next time. Please comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram. You'll see everything at the end. Alright, peace.